What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. If you are new, bienvenidos. My name is Talia Munoz. Today's video is going to be a very simple, fast video. It's more of a how to blend for beginners. I know when I first started doing makeup, I was very intimidated by my sister's makeup selection because she has so many palettes, so many brushes, and I just did not understand. Now I get her. 2, 3, 4 years later, I understand her. I have built up my own collection, but for beginners, it could be hard. It could be intimidated. I know I was there. I was intimidated by so many brushes, and each brush had its name and how to use it. That is not true. You use your brushes the way you wanted to use it, but I will give you some tips on the 2 brushes that I highly recommend for beginners. It's a big blending brush and a small blending brush. That's it. That's all you guys need. So with that being said, let's get started. All right, so blending 101. I already did eyebrows. I put some concealer. I used the Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez shade 250 W. I don't know why I can say W. And then with my E.L.F. Sponge, blend that out. Okay, concealer is on. Now for some shadows, we're gonna go in with MAC X Selena. Actually, let's start off with the tools that I want to use to blend the shadows, because this is blending 101. So you're gonna want to go in with a big brush. This one is It Cosmetics. Then you're gonna want to go in with a smaller brush. This one is the Morphe M506 brush. This is more for detailing. So the big brush from It Cosmetics, this is the one that you're going to do like practically all over the eyelid. Then with the small brush, like the Morphe one, it's the one that can really go in there in all the detail areas. In reality, you only need 2. If you're like me that already kind of learned their basics, I go in with multiple brushes. I don't want to overwhelm you because it could be very overwhelming. Believe me, I've been there. Before I started getting into a lot more makeup than I already was, I wasn't really into the brushes. I just wanted one brush for it to do everything, which it can. It may not come out like the look that you want it to come out, but you can definitely use the one brush for every look, and that's fine. For me, I'm kind of a perfectionist. I wanted the look to look exactly like that picture. So that's how I got more brushes for me to learn my techniques. We're just gonna go in with 2 brushes. So I'm gonna go in with the It Cosmetics, and I'm gonna go in with the Morphe one. That way it just is not overwhelming. And then we're gonna go in with a flat brush for the base. Another good blending brush is actually the Araceli Grande blending brush. This one's a really, really good one. I got this one a couple of months ago. I love the way it's soft enough that allows it to blend properly. There are brushes that are really harsh and then it just hurts too much the eyelid to continue, so you just stop. So if you see me switch, I'm using the same big blending brush, but just a different brand. Going in with the MAC X Selena palette, me siento muy excited. So I'm gonna go in with this brown one right here. And then to blend, I start off at the outer corner and then kind of map it out on how I want the shadow to come about. You see how that's mapped out? Then I can go in. Don't go into the product because you already have just enough to start blending it. And start blending it into the inner corner. That way everything starts to soften up. And I am doing circular motions. I am not doing any windshield motions. Circular motions are important to blend it properly and not to have so much spurs or so much spots where you see where you mapped it out. Circular motions is the key way to go. And I feel that when I put my pinky up, like if I'm drinking tea, it allows me to maneuver the brush properly. And if I'm holding the brush towards, not too close to the front, and more towards the end, like that, it's softer on the eyes. All right, now that I feel like that's enough blending, I want to do a little bit of an extra color in there, just to have a transition of not just brown. I want it maybe light brown going into dark brown. So we're just gonna go in with this brown right here, not this dark brown, but this medium brown, because there's light brown, medium brown, dark brown. Let's go in with the medium brown and with the Morphe M506, and these are affordable brushes. So again, I'm gonna start at the outer corner and map it out. Can you guys see that? I mapped it out. So the top part is already all blended out. That is your light brown. Now I'm going in with a dark medium brown just to have more definition and to have more of a layer. I'm just mapping it out first under near the eyelid. Like, you know where that little line is on your lid? That's where you want to map it out. And then when you when you're ready to blend and you feel like that's good enough, you start blending, but don't put your brush back into the product. You already have enough. It's enough to start blending properly. And the goal is to make the whole shadow come as one. Like if you just put it on like that. So it's coming in nicely. I still feel, and if you feel like the dark brown, the medium brown is just too dark and it's not blending well, go back in with your big brush and just blend it all circular motions. Mix it all together. And that's gonna help it really come as one. Now we're gonna go in for the base. Instead of the crease, we're going in the base. And I like to grab a flat brush, and this brush is from Roxette X Sigma brush. I know it has a number on here, the E54. So this brush right here, it's a flat brush, and I'm gonna go in with this light one right here. And for the base, I usually like to just pat it on there. Really not much until later, because we are going to go back into the blending brush just for, like I said, you want the whole color to be all one color. So that is done. Now you're going to go back in with your Morphe brush, tap a little bit on that brown color, and see anywhere that you might have gone a little bit too high or a little bit too low where it covered that medium brown. And this one we're kind of using like fan motions. I don't know, we're not using circular motions like we were doing at the beginning. This one you just want to tap it to where the base is at. You just don't want to see where the shadow stops. That's why we go back in with the small blending brush. One side is done. Let's move on to the next one. Again, going in with your big blending brush, going in with this brown color right here. Going in with this brown color right here. This is the medium brown. Remember, we map it out first, then you start blending it in circular motions. Okay, I'm happy with the blending. Go in with your small detail Morphe brush. Remember, this is the Morphe M506. Affordable price. You can find it at Ulta. Going in with your medium brown, map it out, and you might not even have to go back in with the medium brown because it already has product from your other eye. And for me, it doesn't matter what way you blend. So for example, if I go from the outer corner, work my way into the inner corner, stop from the inner corner, go back down to the outer corner. You don't have to do that. If you want to do that, you can. I prefer just working the way from the inner corner to the outer corner and then going backwards. Circular motions the whole way through. That for me, I feel like it blends a lot better compared to, because I used to start like that. I used to stop from the inner corner, work my way back, go back to the outer corner, work upwards, go back, work upwards. Now that that's done, let's go in with this shadow right here. Okay, go back in with your Morphe brush and then brush it out to where you can see the shadow ended. All right, I think that is done. Let's put some mascara on before we put falsies. The mascara that I'm using and that I have been loving lately is the Lights Camera Lashes by Tarte. I feel like it really brushes my lashes properly compared to other mascaras. Okay, so while lashes are drying, let's go in with some primer. I love this primer. It's been my go-to, the E.L.F. Putty Poreless Primer. All right, so while lashes are still drying, let's go over what I was talking about. One, you need a big blending brush, any kind. This is the IT blending brush. You can use the Araceli blending brush, which I really recommend this one because it's softer. It's softer. I love that it's way bigger compared to the blending one, the IT one. Up to you. I think this one's $24. This one's $14. A small blending brush. This one allows you to just go in there a little bit better and do the little techniques. This is the Morphe brush, and these are usually $6 to $8. Six to eight, 8 to 10, going from there. And you're gonna need a flat brush. The flat brush is meant for the base. The blending brushes are meant for the crease. And there's many blending brushes. If you want a big blending brush, get a blending brush. That just helps put all the product, if you want all the product all over. Then you can go in with the taper brush. And as you can see, this taper brush, this is the Morphe M514. This is compared to, let me compare it to it. The IT brush I like to use to put it all over the lid, all over. Just a simple, cool color. The taper brush allows it to be blendable as well. It just brings a different vibe. It's a different blending technique. Instead of it being harsh, it just goes on very smoothly. I like it, but then I don't like it. It just depends on where you want your technique to go, where you want the shadows to go. All right, lashes are on. Let's do foundation. Nothing has changed with my routine, so I'm just gonna do that very fast. All the products I use will be linked down below. So let's just time lapse it. Face is done. Let's go in with the HD translucent powder. And then we're gonna go in with the Milani baked bronzer. Actually, I want to go back in with the shadows, and we're gonna go in with the same colors I used, the light brown and the dark brown, and put it underneath the eyes. I'm gonna go in with Araceli's gel pencil Ojitos Perfectos in the shade Canela. For lips, we're gonna use 3 lip colors. We're gonna go in with the Cork lip pencil by MAC. I love this just to do the lips to make them look a little bit more voluptuous. So we're gonna go in with the E.L.F. lip pencil, not lip pencil, we're gonna go in with the E.L.F. lip color Mauvelous. And then we're gonna go in with Shayla. This is the Shayla X ColourPop Speed Up. Now we're gonna do a little bit of blush. So we're gonna go in with the E.L.F. one. These are liquid. And put some setting spray. Let's go in with E.L.F. setting spray. Last but not least, let's go in with some highlight, and we're gonna go in with the E.L.F. highlight Moonlight Pearls. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to blend 101. I hope I helped you. I hope I taught you. I didn't want to bombard you guys with using so many brushes and you're like, well, which one should I buy? 2 is just fine. That works perfectly well. You don't have to buy a whole bunch. Start off with 2, and then the more you practice, the more you'll build up your collection. That's exactly what I did. With that being said, I'll leave you guys and I'll see you in my next video. If you liked it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe to my channel for more videos. I upload every Sunday, except for last month. I missed 2 Sundays, so I am sorry. I apologize. But los quiero mucho, and I'll see you guys next time. Adios. What's wrong? What? What? What?